everybody, it is Chris, aka Starrapter, coming to you from Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023. Yes, I'm standing right behind a full-scale TIE Fighter, and we're going to check out this convention. A lot of cool announcements were already made about the future of the movies and the series, but let's actually take a deep dive and see what's available here at the Excel Center in London. Hello everybody, it is Chris, and welcome to Star Wars Celebration.
What's your favorite part so far?
I really just like the vibe and the costuming. I feel like these Europeans go all out just like in America, because this travels all around. Last time it was in Anaheim, now we're in London, and there's just as good cosplays as there was elsewhere, and it's just really cool to see the obscure characters, like Darth Jar Jar, like some guy randomly carrying around a busted up B-1 battle droid on his back. Like, there's so many cool things. Everywhere you look, you gotta stop and just kind of say, where am I right now? Because it's kind of surreal to be around this many Star Wars fans in one building. I mean, New York Comic Con has more fandoms but less people, yet Star Wars has one thing and there's this many people. It's packed here as you see it. It's just crazy.
It is crazy.
We have an issue here.
I'm sorry, what is the issue?
Well, see, Anthony, Stig, you're talking about the story, gameplay, characters, but you haven't mentioned the poncho. I wasn't supposed to come out here today, but we have to get to the bottom of this. Stig. Can you confirm here today? Will there be a poncho in the game?
I told you we weren't going to talk about this today.
See, it's in my contract. I would only agree to be in the second game if there was a poncho. You think it was because of your story that people play the first game? No. Poncho.
turn to the person next to you. Go hit your sabers. Slow motion lightsaber fight between all of you guys. Here we go. Audience, get those hands going.
Say goodbye, Grogu. This is the way.
This is the way. Hand up.
Please welcome Star Wars creative executive, Mr. Matt Martin. So Matt, should we welcome out our esteemed panel of writers? These are the people who have been guiding and will continue to guide the Marvel Star Wars comics universe. And we got lots of great information, lots of cool news, and a few secrets we're going to be spoiling today. So, without further ado, please welcome Mr. Mark Guggenheim. Mr. Ethan Sachs. Writer Kevin Scott. Mr. Charles Soule. And last but not least, Afro writer Alyssa Wong.
We will gather together again in 2025 in Japan!
Got the belief in me, got the will to got the words I need. Confessions in the room, is a vibe crew. Wonder what we're doing.
All right, here we are outside of the Excel Center in London, here at Star Wars Celebration 2023. It is just wrapped. Day 4, Monday, is now over. We have seen so much here, done so much, exhausting, but really fulfilling at the same time. I'm standing with Kieran, with Rob, and with Dominic, which we spent a lot of time together over the last couple days nerding out, as you should, at Star Wars Celebration here. We're going to just talk about the highlights. So starting with Dominic, we're going to go over to you.
Yeah, my highlight has been the lovely British weather, where it's somehow both blue skies and raining at the same time, and naturally Rob has found that's the perfect time for ice cream. I'm giving Rob a hard time because I just finished my ice cream a moment ago. Definitely a highlight, but maybe not the highlight. I think the highlight for me might have been this morning at the Bad Batch panel. That was such a good panel just in general, and to close out with a really wonderful teaser for Season 3, I really, really enjoyed it. Definite highlight. I could say more, but I won't. I will let everybody else have a turn. But if you can come back, I can just keep listing highlights if you want.
My highlight... I'm still not used to mic technique. I really am not. Despite having done a panel with Chris and Dominic, which, to be fair, that probably was my highlight, was being on the fan stage talking about bounty hunters with a group of panelists in front of a couple of hundred people. Really nerve-wracking. My first ever time of doing it. But we did a good job, you know. And there was a great guy who was dressed up as Dengar, who Chris invited to the stage to stand. He looked like a guard, whilst we were all doing, like, that was our like kind of bouncer and security guard. You know, we had Dengar stood there. And then the other thing was Andor. I really loved the Andor panel at the celebration stage. Got to see people like Tony Gilroy, Kathleen Kennedy, Diego Luna, and then hear a bit about how they made the show, and then a sneak preview of the second season, which looks epic. Really exciting. I love the scenes on Coruscant. That's always my favorite. And I'm sure that there was a scene with Andor. It looked like he was dressed as a senator. Looks really, really intriguing. So, but I will say this much. I've probably been the laziest Brit here because I only live about an hour and a half away, and I still managed to miss a day of celebration because I was too tired and needed a rest. So I'm 28, everyone. It's shocking.
It's a far cry from a couple of years ago when Kieran and I did 2 overnight lines in a row for some reason. Now he's like, oh, I'm too tired, mate. I have to take a break. I have to take a day off.
Rob, it's been the first time meeting you over here. It's been a pleasure. We've had a lot of fun. What was your highlight?
Well, my highlight was definitely the Ahsoka panel was up there. In fact, I'm just going to reel off a quick couple. Ahsoka panel, the Mando preview episode, phenomenal. Those highlights might be topped in a minute by the fact that we've left all our bags unattended and might be creating some kind of security risk when they come and blow them up. So, but no, it's been an incredible 4 days. It's been a pleasure to get to spend time with all of you guys. And yeah, here's to Japan, possibly.
Yeah, I mean...
Chris, what's been your highlight from this weekend?
Well, I mean, there's a couple moments that stand out. It's just fun for me, as you know, before the publishing panel, being a star of the show's Cal Kestis in costume. Before the authors came out, just to kill a little bit more time, they asked all the people with lightsabers in the crowd. Of course, I stood up, went over there, not knowing what I was going to have to do. Of course, I should have known that I would have had to show off lightsaber abilities next to people that belonged in the Saber Guild. So that was interesting. Also having a BD-1 on my shoulder that was constantly like falling off, and I'm like trying to spin around and probably cut my leg off in the process, technically.
And we do have that on video, so insert clip here.
Yes. That, of course, doing the first ever panel with Kieran, with Dominic in a room much larger than I thought. But the funny part was I didn't really feel any nerves at all. I felt like I was just normally on my podcast or on the SW or just doing a regular YouTube video. I was with a bunch of people that all were there to talk about bounty hunters and stuff. So really fun time there. Other than that, yeah, Japan. Oh, man. So it makes sense that they gave us 2 years to save up because for me, that it's literally halfway around the world at this point. So it's going to be crazy. Are you going to be checking it out?
I mean, I've been to every celebration since 2010, so I don't think I can miss this one.
Anybody else thinking about going?
Absolutely, yeah. I was just saying, I've always wanted to go to Japan. This is the excuse. So we'll see.
Yes, Celebration is the reason why I started traveling in 2019. It's the only reason why I got out of the tri-state area. So I guess that means I'll probably go to this one. We'll see. I'm probably going to go. Also, High Republic panel. Dominic, you want to talk about how cool that High Republic panel was?
Oh, it was so cool. It was like, it started off as just like the best version of the typical High Republic panel with all the authors coming out, talking about their books, talking about their characters. It was a great time. And then that part was all on the live stream. They cut the live stream off. And they said, we've got a special surprise for you. And out came Leslie Headland, creator of the Acolyte series and showrunner of that show. And she spoke about the connections between the books and the show and how much she respects and admires and appreciates the books. And then she showed the Acolyte trailer that I had missed the other day, so I was really excited to see it. And then she revealed that Vernestra Rowe from the High Republic novels will be appearing in the show in live action, played by Leslie's actual wife, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. So crazy announcements for a book panel, but the movies, the big panel in the beginning, I got into it. Everything that was announced, it was that first day on Thursday, just amazing stuff. New movies, look at series, Skeleton Crew, Acolyte. All this stuff was simply amazing. And just being around in London at night, walking around Canary Wharf aimlessly in circles, looking completely lost, not knowing where we're going. Like, those are the memories that you have at Celebration that you don't ever forget, those sort of little journeys that you have along the way.
Well, also, if we do end up going to Japan, seeing as none of us have really been there, it will be the blind leading the blind. So we could be walking around in many a circle.
I just hope that Google Maps works better in Tokyo than it does in Canary Wharf, because for whatever reason we couldn't figure out where we were on the map. It kept moving and it just wasn't working. And so we wandered for many an hour aimlessly trying to find restaurants and bars and all that stuff. But we got there in the end. In the end, it worked out. And it was a great time. And yeah, it's those little moments that you cherish in between the panels, in between the con.
Yep. And we went to the O2 event, closing out the last big night here Sunday. Fantastic. The band Ash playing, lots of drinks to be had. They had lightsabers. They had like the whole like movies being played in slow-mo series and stuff along with the music, which was so fun.
They also had the video in slow motion of Tamura Morrison in the Polynesian spa, which I think played about 3 times on repeat during one of the songs. It was terrific.
Oh yeah. So as you guys see here, we're having a total blast, and we want to make sure that everybody else has the same experience that we all just had over the last couple days. So you guys got 2 years to save up. Japan 2025. See us there, hang out with us there. You guys can go ahead and plug what you're up to. Dominic?
Sure. Make sure you check out the Star Wars Underworld podcast. We recorded 3 daily pods. I know there were 4 days. We technically recorded a 4th one, but it wasn't very good, so we just did 2 days in one today. So there's a day 1 pod, a day 2 pod, and a day 3 and 4 pod. They should, by the time this is available, they should all be available on the Star Wars Underworld podcast feed. So just search for that and follow at the SWU. That's another way to find it on all your social medias. And follow me at DominicJ25. And lots of these 3 guys on those daily pods. We had some great conversations. I thought with the first one we did, I thought was going to be about 20-25 minutes. It was 58 minutes in total, and we walked all the way down that street. All the way. We were kicked out of several areas by security. It was wonderful.
Yes. Rob, is there anywhere people might follow you? Anything?
No, just find me in Japan in 2024. 25. Oh my goodness.
Show up there 24, nobody's going to be there. I'm going to scout a house.
I'm having to go against an aeroplane that's above the sky, and I think the aeroplane is winning. I'm hoping to be at Japan 2025. I'm going to have to save the pennies that make up the pounds. That's what my grandma tells me. So, please, do enjoy. I mean, everyone who's watching, enjoy.
So there you have it. That was the fun at Celebration 2023. For more content on Celebration Europe, you're already in the right place. Go ahead and check that out. That's going to do it for us here at the XL Center. We'll see you in 2025. Thanks for watching. May the Force be with you always.
Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.